looking at the Nigerian music industry? Is it a shortcut to wealth? This question, I understand from my producer, has been something that's been on the front burner in several discussion fora for a bit. Questions about, is it that we are beginning to grow a generation of incredibly gifted people musically? Or is it that employment of whatever description has become so scarce that people just innovate, so to speak, something to put bread on the table? Is it an escape for our youth? Is it just that we have lost so much of our values that money is at the heart of everything, and music, because it seems to give such promise of quick wealth if you can claw to the top of the pile, that our children are just beginning to travel in that direction, to the detriment of everything else. This morning we wanted to join us as we talk about that. Music in Nigeria, is it a shortcut to wealth, or is it something that we should be very, very proud about? I have in the house this morning someone who is a musician, but is also a banker. He did not give up what he started in school, what he aspired to be, but he also is finding himself in what he really, really loves to do. I have in the house Ayo Olaide, AY Swag.
Thank you, good morning.
And I do love your swag.
Thank you, sir. But this is not swag enough.
Yeah, well, I wonder where this swag enough, what you look like.
Yeah.
But this is cool, you know.
Thank you very much.
This is really cool. Welcome on the show.
Thank you.
You're happy that none of the girls are here.
Yeah.
You are?
Yeah.
I will tell them.
It's a men's table.
It's a men's table.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. I know they will be coming after you. Yeah? And I have in the house one of our very own veteran but Banla journalist and publisher. Yes, Biodun. If you're talking entertainment in this country and you have not mentioned this man's name, entertainment journalism, you still haven't scratched surface. Good morning, Biodun. You're welcome on the show.
Good morning. Thank you.
I'm always glad to have you.
Thank
It's
you
a
very much.
repository of knowledge concerning the entertainment industry in Nigeria. So we'll be drawing from you, and we'll be drawing experience from you. All right. So what's your take? I'll take you first.
Okay. I want to start by saying that really it depends on what the individual in question really want to achieve. That's actually the background of how we could say whether this person is going into entertainment for money or is actually going into entertainment because he has the gift, like you rightly pointed out. And so far, with what I've experienced, I've seen that a lot of persons, you know, they've only seen the end part, you know, even without doing the beginning. The foundation is not there. They've seen the money ahead, and they think that how to get there is just to jump into entertainment. Entertainment is really doing well right now. I would say, you know, kudos to those guys out there. They're representing us very well, and they are really doing so well.
They are.
And for that, you know, it's a kind of encouragement to the youth too, to think, okay, if they're doing well, then why can't we? And of course, they now go ahead and do all sorts, just trying to imitate, most especially just to be there.
Yes, I'll take that a bit further. We hear all kinds of music now. We'll hear all kinds, really. Some of them, you're just compelled to give them credit for the value of the music, for the lyrics, for the music itself, the instrumentation. You know, you really must give them credit. But some of them also threaten to put you on a hospital bed. Yes. Yes.
Or threaten to give you a disability.
A disability. Yes, yes. You know, and Biodun, why do you think our children just seem to be rushing? I say children because of my own age, yes. But our young people, both men and women, why do you think they just seem to be rushing in the direction of music?
Um, well, there's a huge market. You know, Nigeria's population is quite huge, and
No
of
doubt.
course Africa too. Now, the whole of Africa, and by extension Europe and America, they listen to Nigerian music. Nigerian music is actually cutting barriers, you know, and of course wooing more fans all over the world, even as far as Asia.
Yes.
You know, and of course, like you rightly said, the quality of the music, the beats, you know, they are beats that hit the floor that are very good to listen to, even the lyrics sometimes too. But then, you know, it's unfortunate that, yes, reasonably, it's a shortcut to it. But what is the future? You know, what is the background to this? What is the youth development plan that we have for these youths? You know, I'm afraid of a lot of guys who have made fame and money, how they're going to continue and sustain it. That is my fear. I have the fear that, okay, you know, like it happens to some American stars.
That's
you know,
right.
If after some time they just fizzle out and nobody hears about them, and before you know it, you either learn that they're being to drugs or they are suffering one health condition or the other. So I don't want that for our youth. So we need a youth development plan to actually see how we can help them, you know, to manage their wealth. And you see, we are always looking at the fact that singers, we look at singers, the guy who holds the microphone. It shouldn't be like that. There are other guys who actually, you know,
Who are behind.
Yeah, you know, the value chain. You know, so we need to look at all that. The publicist, the songwriter, the manager, the road manager, and so on and so forth. So that way we can now say, okay, yeah, it's a good shortcut to wealth, right? But, you know, with plans for the future. Our youth who are into music, the moment they get a computer, you know, with all those devices and software, you know, everything is on, loopy music everywhere. Yes. But we need to look beyond that. You know, with one hit, like America, you know that you can make a lot of money. But what happens to you after that much? That's why we have to look at. A lot of them cannot play live music.
You went to school, obviously. That's why you're a banker.
Yeah.
I want to believe.
Yes, of course.
Yes. And I mean, well, I don't know how many of these very rich Nigerian musicians now actually attended any school of any sort of any real value. I know that Banky W went to school. Kema Chikwe's son, what's his name? LD, yes, I know that those ones went.
We have a couple of you'll be
does
surprised.
it cut across like that?
You will be surprised. Like my interactions with all the stars, you will see that they actually have a very good background. They do. Yes, they do. They do. You know, they have this background. Most of them are even. I know some that are even they went into banking even before they actually now venture into the music.
Like PC Square.
Yeah.
P Square.
So you'll see that it is not something like when I met with Ellen Paul. She took me down and I looked at her and I said, wow, this is a woman filled with so much. You know, but when you see them in their character to say, as an entertainer, you will feel, oh, she's just doing that, this is what I can do. That is where our youth needs to actually get it right. If you meet a man of Kofi, you see him in all, you know, in all ramifications that this guy is, they are actually there. That means they've had, you know, something that would even make them to do well in the entertainment industry. So it's not the shouting into the mic, it's not the swagging things, it's not the how you want to portray yourself in the society that actually will make you get there. But there are some fundamentals that you need to get right from the beginning.
From the very beginning.
And if you don't get all those right, you will just see yourself, you know, at the course of this program, you know, I will share my personal experience and you'll see
I will be
one
looking
will
forward
be
to that.
able to, you know, get there,
You know, but you say we're talking about people who went to school, but you'll notice that we've been talking about people who actually have name, who are musical brands, if you like, you know. But they're affecting the people that we do not know their names now. And they may not be, those ones will be seeing just the money. And the larger-than-life image, the flash, the swag, if you like, are they sending out correct signals?
No, I think very wrong signal. To be frank with you,
Yes.
there are more dropouts. There are more. Yeah, let me just use that word. There are more less graduates in Nigerian music industry, than graduates. But one thing I have noticed is even those who are not graduates, they have been able to bring graduates, experts around them to actually structure the business for them.
Right.
And that has really brought a lot of change. You understand? If you look at somebody like Don Jazzy,
yes.
Well, he has been in music all his life, but if you look at his management team, you see a lot of graduates
it's a
there.
solid one.
But like you said, a lot of people are looking at him. I'm probably looking at someone like Two-Face.
Yes.
I'm probably looking at someone like Olamide and the Whiskey, and the video who also took time off education. But then the fact is, there are people around them who are running the business.
Yeah.
That is why the stake has gone higher in the industry.
Far higher.
So but what we really need to tell them is this: Nigerian music stars need to understand the fact that on their own, as a CSR, they need to encourage youths to go back to school.
To school.
That school
that
is where it is.
Very important.
It's only in Nigeria that that stars don't go to schools. I mean, to go and play with high school students, interact with them. They are laying more emphasis on how to make the money. Their CSR is still very low. I know some time abroad, you see some big stars, they do some high school concerts.
High school.
They join them.
The difference here in this one you're talking about is stars do more of universities.
Yeah, they do more of universities.
Yes.
But
high school.
Yeah, that's
high
where
school.
that's
a critical point. That's where those decisions are made for those kids.
So if we go back, and it's all about youth development plan.
Yeah.
When we structure it very well, those youth will know that, oh yeah, I need to go to school. Look, we have it in sports. The likes of Sheikh Modegami, Adoke and Missy Maka.
That's right.
It's somebody who rise to become,
guys,
so and they are contributing to sport development in Nigeria. So we need a situation like that whereby, look, there are so many youth centers, even in Ikeja here, but look at what is going on there. There's nothing about music going on there. That should be the meeting point.
Yeah.
For Nigerian youth and the big stars to interface, and then they will know that, look, even abroad, you find out, you check some profiles of some big stars, they have gone back to school. And they're giving back to society. So our stars need to understand. I'm not begrudging the fact that you are more inspired, you have that zeal to sing, and then because it's about time and season.
That's right.
And then you are able to push it out, but the fact remains that you need to go back to school.
You can actually do both of them.
Yeah, of course.
You can do both of them together. I'd like to get your personal experience.
Okay, for me personally, I did not come into music because I want to make money.
Okay.
Yeah, because
it's just a passion.
Yeah, it's just a passion. It's an inspiration that comes, and at a point I could not help it, and it's something I've been nurturing for years. And when I started, what I do basically for people who don't know me is that I convert the secular music into gospel.
Into gospel.
The popular Limpopos. I did the gospel version, which is Bless Me Tonight.
Okay.
I did the Skele Woody. That is just what I'm doing. And of course, when I started, a lot of criticism were like, what are you doing? What is all this? We need more originality and all that. But I had a passion. I had a dream. And my focus is just on trying to, bring another part of music, which I remain so, determined to achieve. And I never allowed any of those to get me, even though I took some of those things very seriously. And that's actually what has brought me to where I am today.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Don't forget, you can be a part of the show this morning as usual. It is Bimbo Connect. The number is 0809 Connect. 0809-2666-328. We'll take a short break. When we come back, we'll pick it up where we left off. Yes.
Knowledge continues to push the limit of our existence, as what we read is who we are. The 7th Lagos Book Expo, under the management of Lagos Television, hereby creates an ambience for major players in the educational sector to develop a model that will enhance the country's reading culture. Are you a bookshop owner, education expert, school proprietors, parent, or book reader? The 2014 edition of Lagos Television Book Expo provides you unlimited opportunity to quality books at affordable rates. The theme for the 2014 edition of Lagos Television Book Expo is ebook, the way forward. Date is Wednesday 24th to Saturday 27th of September 2014 at the Blue Roof of Lagos Television, Latin Jacobi Road, Akiti, Ikeja. For further inquiries, please call Taiwo on 006-372-9615 or Kazim on 003-506-9298. There will be daily telecast of events at the fairground.
The Committee of Wives of Lagos State Officials, Council, invites you all to the 2014 National Women Conference with the theme, Embracing and Managing Change, holding between Monday the 22nd and Wednesday the 24th of September 2014. Venue is Eco Convention Center, Eco Hotel and Suites, Victoria Island, Lagos. Special guest of honor for the opening is His Excellency Senator Ibikunle Amosun, Governor of Ogun State, and special guest of honor for the closing is His Excellency Senator Abiola Jimobi, Governor of Oyo State. Conference registration fees 50,000 naira only. For registration and inquiries, please contact Lagos House Marina or call 0802-321-3938 or 08018-3588-096 or 01-7920-292 and 01-77-31144. Announcer, the Committee of Wives of Lagos State Officials, Council.
All right, the messages are coming in, and we have also been joined in the studio by a music producer, France-based music producer, who should know how these things work, not just here, but also in places like Europe. He's Tuji Oshineye. He's also called Marshall Joe. Good morning and welcome on Bimbo Connect. Nice to have you. Bonjour. Ça va? Oh, et famille?
Très bien.
Très bien. Oh. Oh, bon. All right. Yes, that's you know, that's a little show off, so you know that I'm there. Yes, I'm there, right?
Yeah, bro.
I'm there. All right, we're talking about Nigerian music scene, and we're asking the question: is it a shortcut, just a shortcut to wealth, or it's that people are just beginning to come into their own? The environment is more conducive. It allows them a bit more of expression, or is it just that everyone just keeps an eye on the money, and whether they can sing or they can croak, it doesn't matter so long as they can get it?
Well, the answer to your question is like a chapter with so many verses.
Usually,
there is the yes. There can be the yes, no, and the
maybe.
Forget it.
Right.
There can be the yes, no, and the forget it.
So tell me the yes.
Well, when you said is it conducive, the atmosphere? No. I said now what is happening in the musical industry in Nigeria. It's not the same. It's not the same anywhere in the world. Here we have a problem where the bootleggers, the pirates are the one in charge. Now, to come back to the question, if it's a shortcut to success.
Yes. Wealth.
To wealth.
Yes.
No. Because one must have the passion. The passion. Like we have this saying in Lagos, abinibi yatos ability. You either born with it, trained to be, you know, or you have a gift from nowhere.
Yeah, but when you look at the incredibly large number of musicians we have now, and you also admit to yourself that it's not all of them truly that can sing. But maybe they have good publicity people like Biodun behind them, and they're pushing them in our faces, and we just get used to how they do it, and we just consider it good music.
that's what showbiz is all about. It's all about hype.
Aye.
It's all about what you want the public to believe. You know, and I wouldn't blame the media for that. You know, as long as you are available with your material, I would think it's good enough. We'll push it to the public, and then of course, you know, they take it hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah.
Right. You see, the point is this: the environment might be quite, or might not be like it's supposed to be. But the fact remains that we have abundance of talent in Nigeria.
True.
That can compete with anybody, anywhere in the world. Let me give you a good example. Look at P Square recently. They just had a collaboration with T.I.
T.I.,
You know, a big artist from America, you know, and the song is going viral. Two-Face did with a lot of guys too, you know, and of course, you know, Femi Kuti did with Commons and all that in the past. You know, the only thing I just wish again artists can do is this. Yes, music in Nigeria has been able to break political barriers. They have been able to tell the politicians that, look, if you are not getting us involved in governance, we can also create our own world.
And they
have. They have. Even politicians look at them. That's why you see them on the podium at political rallies and campaigns.
That's right.
You know, that's why you see them when we want to pass information across to the general public or communities. They use Nigerian musicians or Nigerian artists. That's why you see them.
Yes.
I would want to. There will be a little bit of disagreement.
Okay.
Me too.
From
You too.
the artist's point of view.
Yes.
Now we're talking about youth who don't have what it takes to even have those publicity Mr. Biodun is talking about. I would say that the value of music itself.
Yes.
Sometimes those value it's not really there. I listen to the music, and I don't want to mention the music. The first time I listened to that music, I said, what is this person talking about? What is this singing? And it's a very popular name. But what publicity does is that you have the money you've given to DJs, you've given money to the publicists. We can't shy away from that. And they keep blaring that music in your ears every day. Before you know, you begin to sing along. You begin to like it. It becomes the hype. It becomes the song of the year and all that. But truly, the value of those kind of music is even not something we could even go by.
I've heard some of them myself.
We have people that are inspiration, that have good lyrics, but they are nowhere because the publicists are not even helping.
You are talking about classification here. And you are restricting talent.
When it comes to value, I am with him. Okay. And the publicist, well, the Nigerian situation today, I don't know how you get your money back, because you will publicize an artist, and the marketers in Alaba, I don't know how it works between the two parties. I don't know about that. But now, let's come to the value. The values are no more there. What is a singer? A singer is the natural African, the one who wakes up the king. You know, the singer is a watchdog to the society. You know, he's the one that is that teacher, everybody's teacher. Civil education, you know, moral instruction. But you know, these values are no more there. Now, he's talking about...
Isn't that also a reflection of who we have become?
No.
They didn't create it, they created.
It happens everywhere in the world, this situation. You either fabricate something you want, you impose a market on the people, a taste on the people.
And they have done that.
And they are doing that. That is what is done. Once that guy or that organization can afford to pay Mr. Biodun and the Alaba clique, it's all good.
No, I think we're getting something wrong there.
Okay.
No, let me tell you what. There are ways you can actually classify artists. There are genre of music. Okay. So, and of course, you know, you are talking about music as a tool for social transformation. Yeah. Everybody cannot sing for social transformation.
Yes.
It's like in acting. A lot of times, it's like he plays a lover man, or he plays the executive. You know,
you're talking about.
So everybody cannot sing about the ills of the society.
You didn't say policeman.
But I did for a very long time. Okay, but Yes, it's bigger even in depth. But what we are saying is this. These guys have got talent, and they're churning out music, and of course, you know, they're giving the impression that this is the means to wealth. But my own concern is this. What happens after that sudden wealth?
Yeah.
You know, no, I'm coming. What happens after that sudden wealth? You know, you see, and you were talking about the fact that some music is trash. And, look, music is what it sounds in your ears.
Well,
If it sounds well, good, you dance to it. Music has no language. The language of music is melody.
just like food.
Yeah. You know, as long as it sounds good to your ear, you listen to it.
I particularly like something that you guys threw up. Each one of you have thrown it up in different ways. I'll pick it up right after this. I need to read a couple of text messages, and then we'll come back to it. Don't forget that you can also be a part of the show this morning, as usual, on 0809 Connect, 0809-2666-328. And I have yours, Valerie. It's a nice show, Mr. Bimbo, and thanks for hosting our very own AY Swag. He actually has been a gospel singer from his mother's womb and sings in churches before coming out to the industry. Kudos from AY's fan. That's yours.
Thank you very much.
You didn't tell us you were singing while you were in your womb, in your mom's womb. All right, and I have this one. Says, happy birthday to the last man standing, Shino Ayinde Bakari, as he clocks 69 today. May God strengthen you for more great testimonies in your life. Pikere Kamposi Omaure. All right, that's from Dele Adedjuro, our producer who went AWOL. I understand that he's keeping his wife company in the maternity ward. All right. Yes, so we're back. You guys threw up or insinuated at the fact that our music, you said it a bit more succinctly, that our music, Nigerian music, the music we play now, of whatever description you have it, hip-hop, P-funk, high life, Afrobeat, and so on, have broken down barriers.
Yeah.
So they've become instruments of social and political change in whatever way you look at them. I've given testimony, the testimony all over the place, every opportunity I get, of someone, of a night on the streets of London, a white boy blasting one Nigerian music from his car in the dead of the night, and all kinds of other guys around him.
In France, on radio we hear that.
That's right, you know.
I feel good when I hear that.
That's right. And, you know, I've also noticed that apart from some select stations, you don't get to hear those foreign music as much as in our time, for instance.
You know, it's a new dawn.
Yes, you know, and I think that's a major plus for them. The concern, though, is how we're using all of that. How we're using all of that.
Let me tell you one thing. I think we are trying to make a general assumption. I'm looking at some, just maybe 1, 2, 3. You know, look at recently, the bench joined other artists, you know, to participate in the Big Gates project, the Wonder Greek project. That is huge.
It is.
It doesn't come all the time, you know. And of course, Femi Kuti has done quite a lot.
Quite a bit, yes.
You know, and of course, you know, when you look at what the likes of J1, even Two-Face, LD, you know, Sam Sultan, even Almighty Don Jazzy, and Stuart Savage, Banky W. This is a huge talent. And they sing songs that we can connect with. You know,
so depending on who we are.
Yeah, you know, music is not all about teaching or trying to campaign for change. Music means something that sounds good.
Just pleasure.
Yeah, pleasure.
When you produce in the studio, you have an artist walks in and wants to produce. Do you do it for money, or you're looking for something in the artist?
Well,
what do you look for?
Well, I am an addict of passion. I actually have an association that is, I've been recording artists, not for the money. All they pay is their transport. Sorry, I'm not publicizing, but you see, before I record an artist, I must like the music. The music must not necessarily moral, not necessarily. It can be even as X-rated as ever can be. But you know, the basics of what is called music, the rhythm, must be there vocally. Before I say, okay, now we add this, we add that, we add this. And you know, the question of is music a shortcut to success? Well, the answers are there in these artists that have made it. Those names you mentioned that have made it, like Bob Marley too, may so rest in peace. They make it look so easy. You know, when you go to the African shrine today, you will see Femi doing his bang, 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 bang. Anyone can just walk in and say, me too, I won't sing. That's where we say it's not a shortcut. You know, thinking that because he saw Femi, or he saw D-Banch, or he saw Two-Face Baba, you know, it's not knowing that these people have rehearsed and over-rehearsed and monotonously rehearsed to make it look so easy. Just like science and the laboratory, so many researches are done before we...
Constantly. I need to read you this. I think it also, it should take us in another direction, I think. Arts in Africa is purposeful. Music is spiritual. Don't forget the God of muses. Quite disheartening that today we have the frustrated, immoral acts, dejected and depressed, conditionally handling the microphone, spreading messages without cultural content, and social vices, correctional input. Nigeria is blessed with creative minds. This is the part that captures me. Nigeria is blessed with creative minds. Don't allow the terrible economic condition to make rubbish of this value. That's actually what we're talking about.
Yeah?
Yes. Somehow the name is not there. But I think it's an incredible piece.
Yeah, let me give you something that happened recently. You know, there is this collaboration between K1, the Ultimate, and Olamide.
Yeah.
You know, and if you listen to that album, right, what the message in the album about is political education, a total political education. You know. And you'll be surprised at how much research, you know, and how well K1 was able to bring Olamide, a hip-hop guy, a street.
Yes, to do Fuji with him.
To do Fuji with him. And the message is not lost.
Yeah.
You know, so you see, we are only looking at a very minute number in the industry that sings
what we define as nonsense.
Well,
maybe not even.
My position on that is not actually the known names. Like I told you, the interactions I've had with these names you're mentioning, they are doing fantastically well. They are well grounded. They have a good background. They've even started so many long time even before we even know anything about even writing. They are doing fantastic. We're talking about the youth who are thinking, is this a shortcut? Like he rightly said, you just saw Femi Kuti and you say, I want to be like him. I started my music was being heard on the radio maybe like 2 years ago, and somebody told me, oh, I see you blowing, and I told the guy, I said, in 1 year, that is not my passion, because when I look at the people, and this youth needs to study the people they want to actually be like, and learn from them what they've actually been through. Well, these are people that have been there for years, 10 years, 20 years, and you just want to come down in 1 month or 3 months and you want to sing anything and you want to be there. That is where we're talking
All right, blame the system.
Blame the system. Because the system has no provision, no program for youth development, especially music. You're right. You know, how many schools are teaching music?
It used to be there, but I don't think it is
now,
there.
Now, out of our youth dynamism,
private schools,
out of our youth dynamism, just like how Nollywood evolved, you know, when there are so many barriers, youths are, we should praise these guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
We
All
should
right.
give
And
them
on that
kudos.
note, we,
You know?
we really must go now. They're beginning to make evil faces at us from behind the camera. I'll line up behind all of you guys in the different positions that you have, because I think all of them are actually true. We need education. There is no doubt about it. No doubt about it, because when all else fails, what you have in your head is absolutely your own. Yes, we also must commend these ladies and gentlemen who play music, commercial music, because they do deserve whatever they make. They deserve whatever they make from their creative endeavors. Again, we also must thank them for how they have positioned us globally. It's positive. Our youth that used to do 419, Yahoo, and so on, they're pouring their energy into something